Hey, Grant. I would really like to speak to you if you've got a chance to talk. To me, you seemed a bit off yesterday. It was kind of odd. I just wanted to know if everything's okay. Did something happen? You aren't getting sick or anything, are you? Or is there something that I did to make you act the way you did?
Oh my god, Aaron, would you seriously just shut up for once in your life? The bombarding of messages is super annoying.
Huh? What do you mean? I'm just trying to get you to talk to me. What's so wrong with that? Why are you acting so angry towards me all of a sudden? What did I do to make you feel like this? We literally just got married 3 days ago. You weren't feeling like this on our wedding day. What's the matter, Grant?
I guess I wasn't feeling like this that day, but I am right now. Who would want to see me behave like this? No one would, especially in front of our relatives and colleagues, right? That's why I had a smile and kept calm the entire time through our wedding ceremony.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking all these questions, because I know that your attitude has changed, and it's not good. So are you going to tell me what's going on?
Would you shut up, Aaron? I'm so tired of all these questions and talking to you, to be honest. So you need to be quiet before I make you.
But you've been completely ignoring me since the wedding finished up the other day. If you're going to continue ignoring me, I want to know why right now.
Look, I don't have a reason for it. I just want you to keep quiet so I can have some peace. You're being quite annoying with all this talk. Don't you realize that just because we're married doesn't mean that everything belongs to you? Or that you need to know anything and everything? I need my time and space as well.
I know that, and I'm not complaining about that at all. You've just been so kind to me up until recently, so I wanted to see what is influencing you to be so angry. I just want to know why you're feeling the way you do. Is that not a fair question to ask?
Don't you get that this is my true self? This is actually how I truly act towards everybody.
Huh? Really? Is that so? I don't know whether to believe you or not. So why have you been so fake since I first met you? Why would you act so kind if you're saying this is how you truly feel?
Well, I guess it was going to come out sooner or later, so you would have found out eventually. Whatever. None of this matters now. So if you can just stop always asking unnecessary questions. I'm sick of it. We're married now. Get used to it.
Unnecessary questions? But I'm your wife. I should be allowed to ask you anything. Okay, I quit my job because you asked me to become a housewife. Would you please at least tell me your living expenses as you promised you would? At the wedding, I told you that from now on, I would deal with the household finances, as you said that I was the one who was going to be at home a lot of the time. There's nothing wrong with asking you for your finances now, is there?
Well, in that regard, you need to be more flexible when it comes to my finances. You need to do better.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Do better? Be flexible with you? What am I supposed to do then if I can't get your financial details?
You should know what you're doing. You're my wife, but you don't even know how to budget properly? What does your existence even mean then? I'm so embarrassed of your existence right now. You're a bit useless, aren't you?
Come on, don't treat me like this, okay? Could you please come back home soon so that we can discuss these things like adults? We really need to sit down and have a face-to-face conversation.
Shut up, Aaron! I'm so tired of this crap. Just be quiet! It feels like you're not giving me freedom, and I'm so sick of it!
That's not what I'm meaning at all! I don't understand what you mean. I'm so confused by your behavior right now. Grant, I'm telling you that you've not paid me for your part of the living expenses yet. You've continued to ignore me for almost 2 months since our wedding day. I don't get why you'd treat me like this. I've got to pay for living expenses too. You're not the only one. I really just want to talk to you about things. Is that such a difficult thing to ask of my husband?
Shut up, Aaron! I'm so sick of all your talk. It's so frustrating to deal with.
Even if people think I'm loud or noisy, at least what I'm saying is the truth. I want to talk to you. You're being completely unfair. You're always telling me to shut up or be quiet when I don't want to hear that. I want an explanation to why you won't tell me the reason to not talking to me. So, are you going to tell me?
I'm tired from having to work so hard. Why do you always make me feel so bad about everything? I'm tired, so I need you to be quiet around me.
I'm asking all this now because I've stayed silent when you've told me to, but I've had enough. You've continued to ignore me for the past 2 months. I can't keep silent any longer. I want you to talk to me, Grant. We're a couple. We should be able to have adult conversations. I think it's weird for people in a romantic relationship to completely ignore each other. It's rather weird, actually.
What are you saying stuff like this to me for? Do you want to be physical with me or something?
I didn't even say that, though. I don't even feel like that anymore after the way you've been ignoring me.
Well, the feeling's mutual, Aaron. But since we're bound by a marriage certificate, you're unfortunately my wife. A wife's just the same as a slave. I don't need for you to say anything, and just do what I tell you to do. That's why I get so angry whenever you try to talk to me, like you're somehow my equal. You should know your position in a marriage.
So, I'm just a slave to you. That I should know my position as your wife? I really don't understand, but I can finally see what you've been thinking for these past couple of months.
Well, what do you even want from me, slave? I told you what I've been thinking. You happy now?
To be honest, I was looking for a normal married life to a man who loved me for me. But I guess I was searching in vain. I guess I should stop wasting my energy on that idea. I'll just give up.
I'm not gonna get all clingy with you just because we're married. That's not how I work at all. I'm tired from working, so please, don't contact me again.
Right, okay. If that's what you wish for, Grant. I won't contact you.
I mean it. I'll be so angry if I hear from you. Don't contact me again.
Okay then. I'll do as you say, Grant. But it'll be too late if you start to regret what you said or doing this. Because you've already said it. You can't take back what you said to me, alright? Please start taking responsibility for the things you say to me and how you treat others.
What the heck are you talking about? I've never had any regrets in life. Why have you started talking so viciously towards me? That's another good reason not to talk to you. Don't you understand what I want? Stop talking. Don't contact me.
If you say so, Grant. Just telling you that this is the end of your speech to me.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Nothing. I guess I'll leave you to it. Excuse me while I go and run some errands.
Hey, Aaron! You need to answer me when I'm talking to you! You need to get home early today! Do you hear me? And you need to make us dinner as well, alright? For the first time in quite a while, I feel like relaxing at home. Do you want to watch a movie or something when I get home?
What the heck, Grant? What makes you think you can ask those things of me? Are you for real?
Well, recently you've not been making any food for me. You used to cook a lot before we got married. You're not slacking off, are you, Aaron?
What are you talking about? I made you dinner every day for the first month and waited for you to come home from work. But there were so many times when you didn't come home without even contacting me. I just stopped making food for you. You seem to turn into such a jerk. So I didn't bother doing any cooking.
Excuse me? What did you just call me? How dare you call me something like that? Don't you realize that I'm trying to give you time to talk? Because that's what you wanted? Don't you think it's fine to behave like this?
But then you contact me like nothing bad has happened between us. You only do this on days when you're in a really good mood. It's so exhausting going back and forth. You can't just wait to message me and boss me around, such as making me cook you food when you don't even appreciate me as a person.
What the heck are you talking about? I'm not like that at all towards you!
Are you kidding me right now? This is too little too late. I'm sorry.
What's too little too late? I don't get what you mean. Have you already eaten dinner without me or something?
Do I really have to explain how what you've been saying to me is cruel? No, I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Okay. Then how about you make me some food, as well as for yourself? Don't you have some free time on your hands anyway?
I literally just finished work, Grant. I won't be able to get home early and cook dinner. In fact, I was already planning to go home, but there's not much in the house at the moment.
Huh? I'm confused. What are you talking about? What did you just say before? Am I missing something here? This doesn't make sense. Why do you have a job when you're supposed to be a stay-at-home wife?
I first started working about 2 months ago when I gave up having any sort of relationship with you. I found myself a new home and a new job to occupy my mind. I am just in the process of moving into my new house, actually. I wanted to move into my new place using my maiden name. So if you'd be so kind in getting a divorce from me, that'll be great, and we can just let each other go.
Wait, what? Just back it up for a second, alright? What are you saying? Why are you saying all this? Huh? You want a divorce from me? What did I even do to you?
Did you read my previous message? I just want to get a divorce from you. I want to, or rather, I will do that. I don't get why you're being like this towards me. I just want this over and done with. My feelings will never change about this. What you're wanting from me right now is too late. You should have been kinder towards me so that we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean I'm already too late? We just got married not so long ago, Aaron. Why would you want this?
For 3 months, you either completely ignored my presence or you insulted me all the time through messaging. I couldn't even pay for some of the living expenses because you wouldn't communicate with me. I honestly regret marrying you, especially after seeing what you're truly like.
Why are you even mentioning regret? There's no need for you to say things like that. Come on, it's been 3 months already. You need to forget that. It's really just a matter of circumstances, isn't it? It was just about time for me to face you and discuss things anyway. I was almost there with you. Come on, give me some credit here.
Oh, were you now? Do you really think it's going to change my feelings about you? It's just too late, Grant. I've been telling myself that I'm done with this relationship and I'm not changing my mind. Of course I had no intention in talking to you today, actually. All you wanted to hear is me saying yes to me cooking for you, didn't you? There's no way I'm going to do that for you anymore.
But Aaron, don't be like that. Don't say those sorts of things when you don't mean it. I don't get why you'd say that to me. You're not this kind of person. Why have your feelings suddenly changed? Is it because there's another man involved? Is that it? If that's the case, I'll never forgive you for betraying me. I'll take all the money you owe me for your infidelity.
Okay, would you quit it? I'm not going to tell you anything because it's a waste of time as you tell me to shut up and have a complaint to everything I say. No matter how much you try and investigate me, you'll never find any evidence of any infidelity. After all, I'm not the one who's cheating on you.
Are you serious? Is that actually true? Then why are you working and buying a new house? I don't understand.
Because I'm done with all of your crap. I've been completely ignoring you until now, but when I try to speak about divorcing you, I get really anxious. It's so lame that I don't even know why I get like that when I want out of this relationship. I've already filed the divorce papers at the courthouse, and I feel like such an idiot for having married you.
How could you say something like that to me? Don't be so rude. You're not the type of person to say such cruel things to someone, Aaron. Bring the old Aaron back. She was so much nicer and kinder. Then once she's back, we can get this marriage back on track.
Are you for real? What you're saying is making no sense to me. What old Aaron are you talking about? I'm not doing anything to change who I am for you since you're still continuing to be so arrogant towards me. There's no way that I want to start over with you again. I've run out of love for my ignorant and selfish husband. I've got no intention of dealing with you in the future, but I now know why you've been acting so strange and standoffish towards me.
Huh? What are you talking about? What could you possibly know?
Don't play dumb with me now, Grant. I know everything that's been going on.
Now, just hold on a minute. What do you mean by, you know everything? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, the reason why you wouldn't give me your living expenses was simply because you didn't have the money to pay for them. Am I right?
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Aaron. You're just making it so difficult to communicate with you.
You know that's not true. If you don't get what I'm talking about, that's okay because I already know. The reason's because you didn't have the means to pay me for living expenses. That's the simple answer. You couldn't give it to me, so now you've left me with no choice, right? It's time to be brave and speak the truth so I don't get suspicious of you, Grant. Weren't you ignoring me so you'd stop yourself from messing up?
How the heck do you know anything about that? I've been keeping it to myself this entire time. Who told you what's going on with me? Where did you hear it from? Did you hire a private detective to follow me or something?
I didn't hire anyone to follow you. I just knew everything you were doing. You just seem to be spending your living expenses on gambling. It seems you're in a bit of debt as well. You used excuses like you were busy at work, that you needed a break and all those things. But after all that, you just seem to be going to the casino, right? But you've been trying to desperately get back the money you lost gambling. Wasn't that what you were concentrating on? So I wouldn't suspect anything, right?
What's with the way you're talking to me? How dare you? You're just desperate to put me down. Before I got married to you, I'd stopped gambling. But I got really excited at the wedding ceremony as there was a slot machine near the venue. I accidentally wasted all our wedding money on a slot machine.
This has got to be some sort of sick joke, right? You lost the money we got from our guests?
That's why I didn't want to talk to you, because I thought I would spill all the horrible truths. I thought it would be lame of me to ask for help. I thought I could somehow earn the money from the slot machine again and get the money back that was for us.
You used 3 months' worth of salary to get back the money you lost? Are you serious?
That's right. But I didn't mean to do what I did. I need to support you somehow after you became a housewife for me. I thought a lot about what to do. This was just a result of my own stupid thinking.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I guess you tried your best to fix what you broke. But to no avail, of course. But you still decided to marry me anyway, even though you've got a serious gambling issue and lied through your teeth about it. Because we share the same name, that means that whatever debt you build up falls on me as well. I'm not going to let that happen to me when I've done nothing wrong. I'm consulting a lawyer about this.
No, wait, you can't do that! You're going to hire a lawyer? But why? I don't understand! I thought you'd help me out!
Because you stole money from our accounts and you borrowed that money without my permission as the guarantor! I'm going to sue you for stealing the money I worked hard for. It was a good chunk of my savings you took. I don't remember giving you my name to take the money out. I've got no intention of becoming a joint account holder with a scumbag like you. So I filed the divorce papers and left the house. But I don't think this will be enough, so I'm sure my lawyer will tell me what to do. Please talk through my lawyer from now on.
Just hold on a second, okay? You really just need to calm down and think this through. Don't make such hasty decisions. How come you're acting so cold towards me? We're supposed to be in love with each other, right? There's no need for our relationship as husband and wife to end this way. We're obviously in crisis mode at the moment, so we need to put our heads together and work out how to fix this.
There's no way I'm working things out together anymore. I refuse to do that.
You refuse? You can't just refuse to work this out. I'm your husband, remember? Don't be so horrible. I really need you right now so that we can fix the problems that have gotten us into.
Don't you get it, Grant? You're complete trash to begin with. I just didn't know about it until it was too late. Now I've got to do all these divorce matters. I wouldn't go to the extent of borrowing money to go gambling if something didn't go my way in my marriage. If I had known what you were like before we got married, I would never want to lay eyes on you again. This is a major factor as to why I want out of this marriage. But I can do all of this with the help of my lawyer.
But Aaron, you can't leave me! I love you so much! You can't leave someone who loves you! You can't just abandon me with all this debt! I need your help, please! You're the type of person that would help an abandoned animal on the street, so why won't you help me?
Don't you dare guilt trip me. But besides, the animal would be a billion times cuter than a scumbag like you, so I wouldn't mind helping it out. Well, I'm just going to leave the scumbag to deal with his own problems. Enjoy living in your own filth, Grant. Goodbye. Don't ever try to meet me face to face ever again, you piece of trash. Enjoy wasting your life away at the casino. After that, Erin immediately fast-tracked her divorce papers through the court system. Apparently, she moved away from her house as well. Grant was apparently approached by Erin's lawyer about his circumstances. He had to pay back all his gambling debts himself. He was also obligated to pay alimony to Erin for financially burdening her. It seems that he's running into more debt than ever before. Erin should have seen right through that scumbag's fake personality sooner so she could reveal his true nature to everyone. Although he regrets what he did, he seems relieved that he was able to get out of everything before it was too late. Erin learned a valuable lesson from this. That you should always get to know your partner well before you get married.
Oh my god. Robin, you'll never believe what just happened to me. I got engaged!
What? Seriously? You're right, I don't believe it. I mean, who would want to marry you?
My boyfriend. You know, Dean, the man I've been dating for the last 14 months.
Dean? As in millionaire Dean?
Well, yeah. Who else would I be talking about? Why are you so shocked that he's asked me to marry him?
Well, I mean, look at you and then look at me. Who would you rather marry? I know my answer, and a lot of men would say the same.
Well, Dean wouldn't. He loves me and I love him.
If you say so.
I do!
Okay then, geez. I'm just going to go if you're going to be so snappy and rude.
Yeah, sure. That's probably for the best. Allison, sweetie, I heard the news that you are engaged. How come you didn't tell me? Huh? How did you find out? I was hoping to tell you later this evening. That's why I called you and asked if you wanted to go to dinner. Well, Holly told me, of course. Honestly, I can't believe you didn't tell me yourself. Were you trying to hide it from me? I am your mother, you know. You really shouldn't keep things like this from me. I wasn't trying to keep anything from you. I was going to tell you tonight. I just wanted to make a nice occasion out of it. Yeah, as if. Holly told me that you were going to try and keep it to yourself. What? Well, I know now anyway, so that's that. Yeah, I guess it is. Well, we can still have that dinner. It would still be nice to see you and celebrate this, don't you reckon? Also, what do you think? I'm really excited for this and I can't wait for the wedding. I've already started looking at dresses online, lol. I just couldn't help myself. Of course, you'll be there to help me pick out my actual dress and everything. We'll make a day of it. Well, actually, about that, I think we need to talk. Huh? What about? I don't want you marrying Dean. What? You're joking, right? Of course I'm going to marry the man that I love. No, I'm not joking. You really can't marry him. Well, why not? Because your sister needs to marry him. What? Holly? Yes. Why on earth does she need to marry my fiancé, the man who I've been dating for ages now? Well, you might not know this, but your sister has fallen on some pretty difficult times lately, financially speaking, I mean. I think everyone knows that Holly has no money, Mom. She gambles it all away or spends it on alcohol or clothes or whatever. She has no idea how to be financially responsible at all. Don't talk about your sister like that. She's not irresponsible at all. It's everyone else's fault that she's down on her luck. She just needs some help is all. Is that what she told you? That's ridiculous. She's the one who has access to her money, so she's the only one who can spend it or whatever. It's what she spends it on that's the problem. Look, whatever the reason, Holly needs someone to help her out financially. And considering that Dean is a millionaire, he has plenty of money to support Holly. They would make quite a cute couple as well. So you need to tell Dean that you're not going to marry him and that Holly is going to take your place instead. No, that's just crazy. I'm not going to do that. I love Dean and I'm not going to just tell him that he has to marry Holly simply because you said so, Mom. Look, it is beyond your abilities to marry a millionaire. Hand over your fiancé or stop calling me mom. Okay, Robin, are you good? Huh? Well, considering you just told me to stop calling you mom if I wouldn't hand my fiancé over, then I guess I'll have to start calling you by your name, Robin. Are you serious? You're actually going to choose some man over your own mother? You're going to ruin our relationship simply because you're too selfish to just do what I say and let your sister have your fiancé? I'm the selfish one? You're the one who has told me that if I want to remain your daughter, then I have to give my little sister the man who I love. That is so selfish. I can't actually believe you would try and make me do something like that. You're supposed to be our mother. Both of ours. Which means that you don't demand that I leave my fiancé for my sister to have him. If she has financial troubles, then she needs to go to a bank or something and ask for help. Not try and steal the man I love simply because he happens to be a millionaire. Oh, please. As if he just happens to be a millionaire. The only reason you started dating him was because he was rich. Don't deny it. That is just so not true. I didn't even know he was rich until like 6 months into our relationship because he wanted to keep it quiet and see if I liked him simply for him, which I did. I couldn't care if he had millions of dollars or none at all. That's kind of the whole point of the for richer or poorer part of the vows in a wedding. Ugh, what kind of big sister are you if you're not even willing to help your baby sister out, huh? If she had come to me and asked for my help, I would have gladly given it to her. But getting you to demand that I give her my fiancé isn't helping her. It's enabling her because she won't learn or bother to become financially responsible. You and your financial responsibility. Give it a rest already. Nobody cares. Okay then, fine. But know this, I'm not giving up my fiancé just because you and Holly want me to. It's not happening. And if you and Holly can't accept that, then don't bother coming to the wedding. Oh, we'll be at the wedding. Just you wait and see.
Allison, okay, you really need to stop playing around now and just hand Dean over to me. We can sort this all out. Me and Mom went and got me a wedding dress, so all I have to do is turn up as the bride in your place. You've been denying me what should clearly be my future husband for like 8 months now, ever since you first got engaged. It's not funny anymore. My debts have only gotten bigger, so I need to marry Dean.
That's not happening, Holly. You need to accept that.
Just stop being so mean. You know what? Fine. You want to play like that?
What are you on about now?
You thought you were so smart not giving me or Mom an invite to your wedding, didn't you? Well, we found out the date anyway. Ha!
What? When is it?
July 19th.
That's...
Speechless, aren't you? Well, you might want to keep an eye out because there'll be 2 brides at this wedding. Then we'll see just who Dean wants to marry.
You'd really do that to your older sister?
Yeah. I'm way more important than you. When will you get that through your thick head?
I see. Well then, I guess this is the end of us being sisters.
Huh?
I'm not going to be sisters with someone who so willingly wants to ruin my life. I have much better friends than you, who I consider more of a sister than I do you right now.
Fine then. Be like that. I don't want you as a sister anyway. I'll see you on your wedding day.
Uh-huh.
Allison? What's going on? Where is everyone? The guests, the bridesmaids and groomsmen, the groom? There's no one here. Allison!
Oh, it's you. Look, I'm trying to enjoy my honeymoon here, so if you could stop messaging me, that would be great.
Honeymoon? What? You need to be married to have a honeymoon.
Yeah, I am.
What? How is that possible? The wedding is today.
Actually, the wedding was 2 days ago.
But I was told it was today.
Uh-huh, I know. I told everyone to tell you or Mom that if you came snooping about, looking for the date.
Why would you do that?
Because I knew that you'd both try to ruin my special day if I didn't. You two are so caught up in yourselves and all of your selfish wants that you don't care who you hurt as long as you get what you want. I knew that if I didn't take some measures against you, then anything could happen, and I wasn't willing to risk that.
So you just let me turn up at a random place dressed in a stupid wedding dress? All so that you could, what, trick me? Do you know how embarrassed I was? It was like I was some sad loser who didn't even know that she didn't have a wedding going on.
I wasn't trying to trick you. I was trying to keep you away from my wedding and my new life. Although I bet it would have been funny to see you turn up and realize that no one was there, lol.
Ugh, I hate you.
I'm not too keen on you right now either. And because of that, I'm going to tell you once and only once. I don't want you messaging me anymore. I don't want any contact with you whatsoever. You and Mom are out of my life for good now.
What?
With how you two have treated me, I know that if I keep you in my life, all that's going to happen is that you'll keep badgering me for money or favors or whatever. I'm not going to let you ruin my life like that. Unless you both can be mature and act like proper adults who can take responsibility for themselves, then I want nothing to do with you.
But you can't do that. At least give me some money as compensation.
No. I don't have to give you anything. Maybe if you had just come to me and asked for my help, I could have done something to help you with your situation. But instead, you demanded that I leave my fiancé so that you could marry him. No proper sister would do that. Anyway, I'm going to go and enjoy my honeymoon. Goodbye, Holly. After that, I blocked my mom and sister from my contacts and social media. Me and Dean moved to a lovely place a few states over from my family, and we are both currently very happy with one another and how our lives are going. As for my sister, she has yet to find a millionaire to sucker her into marrying her so that she could take all of his money for herself. The last I heard, she had to arrange a special payment plan with the bank in order to start paying off all her debts. Whether or not that will help her become more financially responsible, I have no clue, but I can only hope it will lead to good outcomes. Sometimes in life, even though it might seem cruel or mean, you need to let those closest to you suffer the consequences of their actions so that they can learn and grow into a better version of themselves. If I had given my sister what she wanted, my fiancé, she would never learn the value of money and of spending within her means. She can't go through life expecting everyone else to deal with her problems. Hopefully, she learns this lesson and is able to move on with a better ability to look after herself financially.